9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank y'all for joining in for another WWT live. It's very very interesting live today. It feels like everybody's gone on vacation, winter break and stuff. And I think it's actually winter break for a lot of the schools going right now. I think that stuff starts this week. And it feels like that's what everybody has done here at WWT. They didn't went on vacation and then left us. But I'm glad that we got some of y'all here, like Cindil showing up. Yes, hello, Cindil. Thank you for being in here. We got a lot to talk about today. So, yeah, but I'm not by myself. Of course, I have the WWT community and also the PR princess and the head of everything that is AEW. Courtney Rice is in the building. I think she's in the building. Oh my goodness! Is music playing or are you just dancing? Did you mute it? And they come into music?
Yeah, my sound's a little bit cheap, but
I was like, you just dancing today?
Yes, my music having audio issues. Christmas came early for me. Christmas. So early.
Hold on, Courtney. We can't hear you.
Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now. You literally have to stay just.
Ooh, Christmas came early for me.
I mean, we go ahead and talk about it then. If y'all have been sleeping under a rock, this past Dynamite, winter was coming, and I don't think there's no other way to mention this. That winter certainly came, and I don't know if you want to call her the Ice Queen, but Toni Storm has returned, but curiously, not as timeless Toni Storm. And so and it's so good to have the person that represents Toni Storm here today, because we definitely want to ask the big question. Well, actually, we got two big questions. One, she had previously stated that she was done with wrestling. Mm-hmm. So, thoughts on that. And then also, two, returning as, I want to say, the OG Toni Storm. So now, the choice behind that, Courtney, you had a floor. Let us know.
Before I even get into that, because this was my initial reaction when I first had the reports. This was my initial reaction on that.
Bullshit.
That was my initial reaction at first, because I did not believe she was retired. Now, the timeless character, but when I first read it, I was like, nah, she's got something up her sleeve. And it's so ironic, because when I did my watch along, and I didn't predict it that she was going to come back on Wednesday, but I just had an interesting thought saying, wouldn't it be ironic if she did come back, considering AEW Dynamite was on their second to last live episode of 2024. And here she was in her glory, back to where she first debuted. And it was a shock for me, because I was like, is this real? Is this an illusion? But there's a lot more questions than answers, because she has her first match back tonight on Rampage against Harley Cameron. But there's going to be a lot more questions in the coming weeks, especially since we're about to end 2024, getting into 2025. And also another factor in there, AEW is coming to Australia in February.
Yeah. But according to our producer from the future, Tony Storm is from New Zealand.
Yes.
Just because he wants to make sure that is reminded frequently that she is from New Zealand. But that is very smart for that. Let's go into the comments over here. Boza, thank you for joining us. LOL, Courtney is still celebrating that our rock girl of AEW, Tony Storm, came back after 15 months. Send deal. Is that an NSYNC shirt?
Yes. Yes.
Lewis Johnson, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Jeffrey Reimer, thank you. What's up to you as well? Boza, but I read that Brian Alvarez is crying because he and Uncle Dave don't like that Tony Storm's first real match in 15 months is tonight on Rampage versus Harley Cameron. Now, Courtney, how do you feel about her first match after 15 months being on Rampage?
Well, everybody's going to have an opinion. Like everybody says, like, well, why is she wrestling on Rampage? How come she's not wrestling on Collision and Dynamite? I'm like, Rampage is, and also considering it's not a jobber match, she's facing off against Harley Cameron. So this actually is a good opportunity for her. I mean, yes. And also, she just came back. Like, pump the brakes a little bit. Let's see what she does on Rampage, because we have not seen her since Wembley Stadium. And I feel like you don't want to rush things too soon. And also, I'm really curious on how everybody's clearing. And yeah, Boza, going back to your point that everybody in AEW hated that Tony's matches tonight. But, I mean, sure, it could have been saved on Collision. And sure, we could have saved it for next week, but all I have to say is just enjoy the ride, enjoy the process, don't overthink. Let my client do what she does best. Because, like I said, Wednesday is the final live AEW of 2024. Because a week after that, that's going to be taped.
Yeah.
So I did DVR Rampage, and I will be checking out Tony's match. Who knows? We may even hear from her on Rampage tomorrow. So it doesn't have to end on Rampage. It can actually escalate to like Rampage, Collision, and also Dynamite next week. So enjoy the ride. Do not panic. Just let her do it. She has some tricks up her sleeve.
Yeah, we shall see. We shall exactly see. Of course, our producer from the future, New Zealand.
Yeah.
And that was a question I was about to ask you. Has she really been gone for 15 months? Because it doesn't feel like at all. So you're just not you're not gonna let me introduce you. You just go pop up, and she can't even hear me talking shit. That's how I know she's just like I'm here. I'm here.
I can hear you now. I'm sorry. I was getting the Bluetooth in there. What's up, guys? Sorry for the pop and sorry for the lateness.
Yeah, I was like, you're not gonna let me introduce you. You just gonna pop in.
I didn't even mean to. I really didn't. I just came right and I was like, oh, I'm already on the thing. I didn't.
Wait a minute.
I couldn't really like control it from there. I'm not sure what's. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. But boom! Look who rushed in the room, baby. Happy Friday. You know what time it is. Honey Night Smackdown tonight. And Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus, and all the wrestling gods for delivering us Tony Storm, because Lord knows that we needed it.
Your thoughts on the return of rockin' Tony Storm?
I'm here for it. Run it back. Run it all the way back, Miss Tony Storm. I'm here for it. No matter what you do, you will always be the timeless one. But I've been missing this. I need rockin' Tony Storm back. So I cannot wait to see what she does going into 2025.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hopefully it's going back against Mariah May and running it back to see if she can get a championship again. But glad to see Tony
I think
Storm.
she should get it back.
Yep, I do too. But glad to see Tony Storm represent. Now some other big.
The minute I saw it, my brain said it in the Jacob Fatu voice too. It's hilarious.
Yo, that got to be a shirt too. That got to be a shirt.
Yeah,
I love you, Pat. You would be having Jacob right here, and then the road.
Yeah. Yes.
But in some other breaking news that actually came out maybe about an hour or so ago, we have found out that Tessa Blanchard is rumored to be returning to TNA after being fired from saying some outlandish shit, running the circuits in the independent, big success in CMLL. I don't know if her camera just cut off because something happened or because of the story. But
the second one.
Tessa Blanchard is back. Now, I want to get y'all initial thoughts on Tessa Blanchard returning at this point in time to TNA, with TNA being in conjunction with WWE. Is this a good look or is this problematic? Honey, I'm gonna start with you.
It's crazy because it's like to be torn, because Tessa Blanchard is an amazing talent. So as a superstar from a wrestling standpoint, and because of the whole TNA and WWE merger that they've had, you know, with NXT and such, I'm excited for that aspect, but I'm just a little worried because I mean, we've all known the stories and heard stories of, you know, locker room morale with her, and we've all seen a lot of outlandish and crazy things that she has said before. I'm not sure if this is a situation where maybe, you know, history will repeat itself, or if we can, or we should look at this through a new lens. Is this a Tessa Blanchard turning over a new leaf in a different way? And you know, because when you're with the machine like WWE, it's polished up. Like, you know what I mean? You get there's certain barriers and boundaries that you can't cross with certain things. You got to say what's politically correct or morally correct. But if she can get right, I'm here for it. But you know, I'm sure, like a lot of us, we have our reservations about it.
Courtney, your thoughts?
It's always interesting because a lot of times we do have to separate the wrestler and the person, because in the ring, I heard Tessa is a really great athlete. She's done very much success in TNA. But of course, there's some other dirty laundry that she put out in a couple of years ago. And a lot of people still have a little bit of resentment, and there's a lot of slander. I just hope she does hold herself accountable, because some of the things she said before, it's very serious. And I understand a lot of superstars, not just in the TNA locker room, but also in WWE, they have questions and her concerns. But I would like to believe that she gets a second chance and she learns some of the lessons. This is very serious, especially if you're employed with WWE, because there are certain things you have to learn, especially on the social media etiquette side. Also learning they absolutely have a zero tolerance where it comes to a lot of not just the slandering, but also a lot of the racial issues they had, especially where they had to turn over in the new office since Triple H took over. So there's a lot of cleaning up to do. I just hope she does learn some of the lessons and holds herself accountable, because if she does this again, then that's going to be another conversation.
Yeah, these comments are real interesting too.
This is the whole thing I had to say about that.
Okay, Eddie James,
If
WWE wouldn't care if they still employ Hulk Hogan.
and
I
Hulk
think this
Hogan is
is
still there. Hulk Hogan
and-
is still there. And
Yeah.
he done said some outlandish stuff too.
Oh,
And
yes.
he's still here. So but let's go to a couple more of the comments, but there was one in particular that Boza did say, but it is very interested in these comments. You know, some people are for it. Jeffrey, not so much. Boza, this has been breaking all day. I think people don't want to give Tessa a second chance. A lot of women think TNA is desperate because it's impending the part of Jordan Grace to WWE. It's a new era. I think there was some jealousy when Tessa made history as the first female to hold a men's world heavyweight championship. Shout out to cousin Ron being out here. Tessa Blanchard is coming to WWE after TNA. That's very interesting. Sindil, this will now bode well for the partnership. Boza, all day I've been seeing on Facebook is Tessa should be canceled. Tessa should be canceled. If CM Punk got a second chance in WD, why can't she? Now, to be fair, Boza, CM Punk has said a lot of stuff. CM Punk just hasn't said a lot of problematic stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, like he's talked crap about wrestlers, but he's never talked about like their ethnicities. Like he ain't never said nothing outlandish. He's just been an a-hole. So
And
I
with
can't
Cindy,
compare
with
the two.
Cindy, yeah, with Cindy's comment, I would have to agree. Seriously, CM Punk never made racist comments. He rightfully attacked WWE management. Infinite gap between those two things. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And something they had in here to this one, Jeffrey. Real question is, has she ever apologized publicly? I use it to be a fan of her watching her win titles in TNA. No,
I have
no.
That's
I haven't
another
seen it at
thing.
all.
And that was the
And
big
that's the
thing
crazy
for
part.
everyone. She has yet to apologize for the comments that she made. She knows they were wrong. She has said that they are wrong of what she said. She has never apologized, though, that she said it. So that is something also to keep in mind when you are talking about this woman, because that does still tend to say a lot. Like even towards a CM Punk, like they're not the same in conjunction with either superstar, but even to CM Punk's point, CM Punk went out and apologized to everybody. I apologize for leaving. I apologize for the 9 years of what I've been saying. You've even seen him going through the redemptions of trying to mend these relationships on camera and off camera. I have yet to see Tessa Blanchard say anything about the remarks she had.
Not one thing.
Nope.
And so even from this, Boza, it's hard to separate the talent from this. That statement technically doesn't work with this one, because it's different when you're going from a music artist and the person. Yeah, I can just listen to your music and not like you at all. Like I listen to Lil Baby. I don't like the little nigga at all. Like it is. Not just it's not my type, like that and that type of thing. This though, you are looking at this person, and then it's not like this is Kane said those racist things, not Glenn Jacobs. No, this is Tessa Blanchard. It's Tessa Blanchard.
Right.
Her moveset doesn't divide her from being Tessa Blanchard. And so, but again, yes, would people forgive Tessa if she did apologize? Yes. I think if you were able to just say, hey, you know what? I apologize. I have grown. I was wrong. I apologize for the comments I made. I'm sorry for anyone that I offended. It just goes a long way. And the only reason why I say that, Boza, is because imagine if CM Punk didn't apologize and told everybody, hey, look, I get y'all mad, but I'm back. So just, that was 9 years ago, man. Y'all just got to suck that shit up. Do you think there wouldn't be no tension in the locker room whatsoever with him there? Especially from a Seth Rollins, especially from a Sami Zayn. So imagine her going here then said some very disrespectful comments toward people's race, and she got to sit with them same people in the locker room. Not only that, you're now asking me to trust this person, and you talk down on me as a wrestler because of the color of my skin. How can I trust you in the ring now? Because I now know that's how you feel about me. How do I know you're going to deliver the same type of professionalism if that's how you feel about me? Not saying that she wouldn't be professional, Boza, but now because you don't apologize, because we don't think that like, yo, you feel like you're wrong for what you're saying, those questions are going to come up. People are going to start thinking those things. And that's the stuff she'll have to walk with being in TNA. She'll have to walk with that going into WWE. Because people don't forget. And the fact that you did apologize, and some superstars from the WWE have said, like, yo, I think she would be A-okay if she just apologized, but she never does.
She never did.
Nope.
But kudos
So
to her, though. I'm interested in seeing where this journey goes. I mean, if they see it for her, they see it for her. Let's just hope that we do.
Yep. I mean, I hope she does the best thing, and hopefully she.
Oh wait, Councilman, you like my shades?
I'll tell you this: they look way better on you than the person that originally had them.
Oh man!
Darn it, Councilman.
Yeah.
Now she don't know what to do because I gave her a compliment and shitted on her favorite wrestler.
Right, like I'm confused. I don't know whether to be hurt or.
Like,
say thank you.
Just hit me with a Riddler comment. What the fuck?
Riddle me this.
You look great. The person you like where you got it from, though, it didn't look like shit on them.
Man, you know how badly as a kid I wanted them shit, man. Listen.
Yeah, and apparently that's all they wanted from Bret Hart.
Oh my God, that's not true, but that's not even up for debate. But maybe we should have a debate on the Hitman one day.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Oh boy.
But we gonna keep sticking to AEW news, and we got a big congratulations to go out to Mr. Adam Edge Copeland. He has been nominated for an Emmy Award. He is nominated. Yes. Let that sink in. Edge, the rated R superstar, is nominated for an Emmy. Not only for an Emmy, a children's and family Emmy.
Oh, was it for the Percy Jackson?
Yes, it is.
Dope.
He is nominated. He is nominated for Best Supporting Actor in a preschool children's family category for Percy Jackson playing Ares. He has been nominated. Big shout out to him. I know y'all haven't seen the show, but just thoughts on Adam Copeland now being an Emmy nominated wrestler. Courtney.
Oh God.
Tony. Shit, Courtney. Thoughts on Edge being an Emmy nominated.
Oh God. Look, it's all good. I'm happy for Edge. I really am happy for him that he's finally nominated. I feel like if he wins, we should do a special episode if he wins. Because I would definitely am excited for him. And it makes me excited that some superstars outside of the ring are venturing out into other opportunities and getting accolades like this. Because I can't recall the last wrestler that got nominated for an Emmy. I have to see who the last one was. But that's huge for Edge. I'm very excited. Yeah, I'm curious on who the last person was. But I'm very happy for him. Fingers crossed if he wins, because that would be awesome if he wins. But it just makes me happy to see like every other wrestler, doesn't matter what promotion they're from, getting these type of accolades, and that's really huge.
He may be the first one, actually.
Oh wow.
I think Edge is the first one. I know Bozo will let us know even more because that's our historian, but it looks like it. And Bose, the only reason why I said that, because as soon as I read, I was like, wasn't this the same guy that got some head from Lead on Monday Night Raw?
Oh,
Wow,
my
how
Lord.
life changes. How life
My
just
Lord.
changes.
Lord.
Like, this is a complete 380. It's like Ice Cube with no Vaseline, and then Are We There Yet? Hey, man, I remember what you said in that song. Wait a minute. Now you in a family movie?
Not that.
Wait.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I mean, but that's so.
Yeah, your
weird,
thoughts,
like-
honey. Emmy Award for the worst spear in wrestling history. He deserves. Contrary to Papa Lee Dillon, he does not have the worst spear, and that's
That is
something
not
we can't
true.
have a
That is
conversation on.
absolutely.
true.
I'm
He does not
sorry.
have the worst
I
spear.
can't say that he has the worst spear. He, if anything, he had one of the greatest snaps in a spear. Like
Here-
you know, like when it hit and then he pops back up. Like he just made it look so damn effortless.
Mhm.
I want to apologize because I slightly know him, and I know we might be friends, but I got to be honest. Bobby Lashley got the worst spear of all time.
Oh man.
Shit. Oh,
Yo, Bobby Spear don't make no sense.
not the Almighty.
He don't hit him. Like the show, it's like
Not the
it's like
Almighty.
it's like he grab him and then do this. Wait, why are you going to immediately go to the
I might have to. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna
go look at Bobby Spear and I'll be like,
Bobby Lashley.
you
spear.
too
Let's
big
do
to be
it.
spearing like that. What are you doing?
Oh man, we love you, Bobby Lashley.
He was good in that, actually. No, he did a great job playing Aries and Percy Jackson. If you have not seen Percy Jackson and the Olympians on Disney Plus, please go check it out. He is incredible in there. Also, if you haven't seen Vikings, like Edge is also in Vikings. Again, phenomenal performance. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan of Edge. Like you, again, we've seen what wrestlers do in
That's a
movies.
show that's on my to do. I
Yes.
need to watch Vikings.
Oh yeah, I got to finish it. But yeah, and I'm not saying it because again, we've seen wrestlers act, and we know some of them. Marine Six, be a little bit sometime, and then you got those where it's just like, yeah, he hits. But yep, Eric Isaac, congrats.
Yeah, the spear.
And then
It's like he's not even spearing; he's rolling into it.
yeah. I'm telling you, look at Bobby Spear.
It's like a spear and a half-ass Spanish fly. Like, you
Oh
know?
Lord.
It's not. It's like it's not good. Yeah, shout out to the nominations for the Penguin. I know the lady that plays Sophia Falcone. Whoo, she got some competition in that best.
Christina Milioti. Oh my god.
Yeah,
she's a
she
beast.
got some competition. But I am pulling that she wins. I really do. I think Adam is the first wrestler. I haven't seen any wrestler nominated for an Emmy. No, first one. The
Wow.
ultimate opportunist brings it in.
Out. It's the rated R.
Yes.
Wow. Rated R
Brought in an Emmy.
Such a little nobodies. His spear looks like a yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Sindel, yeah, he was amazing. Batista level, but yeah, actually, no. You know what? That's very real. That's very real, Sindel. But I will say, I feel like Edge has found his niche to kind of carve out his acting career, as like Batista chooses quality over quantity, and to where John Cena, kind of follows the Rock's route. Like Edge has really found his
follow the
bag.
leader?
Yeah.
And especially within the mythology from like Norse and Viking jumping into Olympian, like it's a great little thing for him. So I like that. Pull up this Lashley spear. I wish I had it right here. I mean, if this wasn't YouTube, I would pull this up. But you know how YouTube get. But congratulations to Adam Copeland. We're keeping it with the AEW news because we still got to talk about Saturday Night Main Event. So I didn't want to seem biased and not have these stories in here.
Look at
And I knew where he was from.
It's called growth. Look at that count.
Exactly. So I was like, yo, let me get some AEW stories in here. And another one is that Max Jacob Friedman, aka MJF, will be returning to AEW Dynamite next week for correct me on the name, Courtney. Holiday what?
Bash.
Holiday Bash. We will get an appearance from MJF. Now, Courtney, I gotta know, as you being the lead AEW correspondent for WWT, thoughts on MJF returning for Dynamite with World's End around the corner, and now knowing who he will be facing, which will be Adam Cole at World's End. What does this do for that match with MJF returning to Dynamite this Wednesday?
I'm not surprised he's returning on Wednesday because, as I mentioned earlier with Tony, it is the final live AEW Dynamite of 2024, because the week after that, they're going to be taped. So it's like mind-blowing, and also World's End. And also, I just want their storyline to be over. Number 2, I just want it to be over because I understand they've been trying to salvage this because Adam Cole got hurt, Wardlow got hurt. They had to shift a lot of things, and they're trying to at least salvage it. But it's nice that they are doing this, considering around this time last year this started, because MJF lost his title. He got turned by Adam Cole and everybody from the Undisputed Kingdom. And now, here we are in 2024. We're about to be in World's End with MJF versus Adam Cole. And I do smell a lot of shenanigans happening in that match, because I have a feeling there is going to be a turn within the Undisputed Kingdom. I don't know who's it going to be, but it's going to be a turn within that group.
Okay. Before I move on to Honey, there was a request by Jeffrey. I just want to show y'all. I just want to show y'all how trash Bobby Spear is.
I literally just saw this compilation. What? Yep, I literally was just watching this.
Trash.
Why he keep flipping?
What?
You too big to be doing this. That's a real spear. That's the first real spear I've seen him do.
Real spear, the one into the barricade. That one might have been a real one too. With Omos.
That was a Spanish fly. That was an actual
that
Spanish
one with Big
fly.
E was a real one. Look at this one with Ali. Boop. Like
that's Spanish fly for real.
Yeah.
You are right.
We are so judging, but it's okay.
I just needed to show that.
Who was that? He what was that? A spear to MVP?
What?
This is
what a time.
That's why I said y'all can say Edge got a bad spear. That's sorry,
man. There's no way. I could never say that. I could never say that out loud. I could never even think it.
When he speared John Cena at ECW One Night Stand,
he meant that shit.
Oh yes, that was crazy. That was nuts.
I feel like him and Rhino had like the most intentional spears. The most intentional. Like,
the commentary for Rhino made it even worse. Door!
Paul Heyman, man.
They made it real. Like,
because that's how it would hit you.
That's like, who that boy hurt?
that boy broken in half.
That boy is
broken God is my witness. He's been broken in half.
Triple H, that son of a bitch.
Shout out to Jim Ross.
Yeah, shout out.
Yes.
They are used to have the attitude there popping. But Honey, your thoughts on MJF, and who do you think has the edge going into World's End? MJF or Adam Cole?
Quite honestly, MJF has just been playing a lot of mind games and he needs to stop playing at this point. You need to bring it back, to the nitty gritty the way you used to. I'm personally, for me as a viewer and consuming the content that they put out with him involved, I don't really care for these promos behind the bar or at the bar anymore. I want to see about that action. As far as who I think has the edge going into World's End, I would have to say Adam Cole. Adam Cole has a lot. He literally has nothing to lose and a lot to gain. And this is a great way to do it. MJF has always taken pride in talking the biggest smack and getting really personal and everything like that. Adam Cole's just about that wrestling because that's pretty much what they do to make Adam Cole relevant. They ring the freaking bell. So Adam
Mhm.
Cole definitely has the upper hand on this one, I would say too.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot
Yeah.
of there's a lot of bad blood between them, and they need to close this chapter.
Yes.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yes, and I still think Goldberg has the best fear.
Go.
Mhm.
Mm.
I'm there with Braun,
That's
but Braun Breaker jumped up to number 2, and it's still debatable if he taking number 1 because that man's spear is crazy.
I'm not gonna talk about the tribal chief though.
Well, I mean, we don't even put him in do we put him in the category? You know, like when you talk about like the greatest musician of all time, like you don't include Mike because Mike don't go in countdowns because he's above number 1.
He's the bar.
Mike is
standard.
0. It's like
He's
0,
the standard.
1, 2, 3, 4. He's right there. Same thing with Roman. Just
Wait, okay, wait. So like Roman or Edge or somebody who's chosen would be 11, and Michael Jackson's 1 because he's the GOAT. He was the first one.
yeah, we don't even put him
in reference to Stranger Things in case anyone missed that.
Yeah, we don't put him on the list. We already know. Like, come on now. There's the list. Then there's Mike, greatest of all time, Mike.
That's
so
true.
we don't tell him to come downstairs when we're having this debate. Same thing with Roman. Don't come down when we're talking about Spears debate. We know what you do.
I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
That's why you don't have to go in no list. I'm about to say something people not gonna like.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh man.
The parents ain't here. Hurry up, tell them.
I think MJF is overrated.
Ooh. No, I'm kidding.
I think he has a great mic presence. I think he's one of the best ish talkers out. I think he has the great presentation. He is boring to watch wrestling. I've never seen a match that he's been in where I've been entertained by the match that he puts on. Story-wise, great. Wrestling-wise, needs improvement.
I think I got it.
You raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Yo, that had to be the blackest statement said on AEW. Because I ain't never in my life heard no other ethnicity call someone a raggedy bitch. I've never, ever.
No.
But you not for nothing, you might have a point, Councilman. You just might have a point. But like I said, I was just saying, like, I'm kind of sick of seeing these,
What the
overdone, over dramatic and overhyped like promos. I mean, maybe not overhyped because MJF does have a lot of hype around him. He does.
No, he's great at building. He's great at building the match.
Right.
I will give him that. Yeah.
I'm not trying to negate how he does his work in any kind of way, shape, or form at all. But what I'm saying is, and what I think you're saying is as well, is that there's just a lot of this, and you're not doing anything to measure up to the same thing that you're talking about. And we know that you can deliver because you've been that guy. You've had the title. You've been the face of the brand. You've been the one that everybody looks forward to seeing with the mic every week. And it kind of fell off. And so I get it. I think I get it.
Just saying, do with that information as you will.
He said what he said.
It's a good thing that she has her shades on because
oh boy.
We talk about it.
Anyway, you guys can find me at the watch along in the next hour. Nah.
So earlier this week, we celebrated Liv Morgan hitting 200 days as champion, as women's world champion. We also have another person.
Perfect
timing.
It's perfect timing.
It is. That has hit 200 days Mercedes Moné has hit 200 days as the TBS champion. And in a recent tweet, she quoted 200 days as the TBS champion. Monet changes the everything. And I'm the greatest of all time. Heart emoji, heart blushing emoji, money green tongue sticking out emoji. End quote. Now, I'm gonna allow this young lady's representative to be able to talk about this, and he is joining us today. Straight out of Waldo's coloring book, the mayor. How you come from being cold to look like you just came from summer camp? As a counselor, not a camper, a counselor. So I put it, make sure I don't want y'all to feel like it's disrespectful. He's a counselor at the camp. Run stuff.
Just a bad hair day. That's why. And then the beanie is backwards because Dion outed me last time, and we are protecting the logo.
Oh
man.
That's smart thinking right there. That's that smart thinking.
You just had to be ahead of the curve here.
But Mayor, let me get your thoughts, man. The Mercedes Moné 200 Days of TBS champion, saying she is the greatest of all time. Thoughts on this achievement and this statement that was made?
You know what? I'm not going to argue with it, not because she is a client of mine, but because she's doing things that have not been done in the sport in regards to women's wrestling. She's going to go down as somebody who held belts in all these different companies, somebody who's done the crossover work, and there's probably a lot more crossover work to come, and maybe even a lead actress role at some point. I think people get upset because it comes off as arrogant when it's really just confidence by Mercedes. I don't think she's saying anything that she didn't say under the WWE banner or under the New Japan banner. I think she's just wildly confident in her abilities, and whether you like the character change or not, she's the one that's being trusted with the rest of those ladies in the AEW women's division. She's the one being trusted to lead that women's division into more prominence, that we've been crying and clamoring for at least 2 matches on a PLE, at least a main event spot on a Dynamite or Collision. We've wanted all those things. None of those things started to happen until Monet pulled up. Let's call it ace and a spade. Advocating for the women's division, regardless of what it looks like, the changes are slowly starting to happen. Why? Because you employ the highest earning woman in the sport.
Okay. Courtney, your thoughts.
JD, Professor said you ran up on him looking all crazy.
Your thoughts on yo, that was it. That is exactly it. That is exactly it. Oh my God. This is actually a compliment too.
I've
never thought I'd see a black Cheech and Chong, but that's it. Yes, I hope you take that as a compliment. That is,
I've never seen it.
That's on the money right there, though. Just like the yellow, that if you see it, it's like, yes, outfit wise, not the person's present. Yes.
Oh, good.
I can't unsee it now. I cannot unsee it now. Oh wow! Shout out to Cheech, man. But yes, Courtney, your thoughts on Mercedes Moné calling herself the greatest of all time, and how do you feel about her run as TBS champion now that we're knocking on 200 days?
I just had to give myself a moment to think. I can't take anything away from her. She's a very talented athlete. Very, very talented. I can't take that away from her. I can't take away some of the opportunities she created. However, her reign so far, mid. It's been mid. And I'm being really honest because I watched her reign from when she won it. I can't take anything away from her and Britt Baker, because that was Britt's first match when she came back from All In, and she was going through an injury, God forbid. And the only legit storyline that she had so far was with Chris Statlander, leading up to Full Gear. And also, by the way, Chris Statlander was the only female that actually took out her brick house. You didn't see many ladies go after Camille the way Chris Statlander did. And I can't deny the crossover that Mercedes is doing because it's coming to Max with all the hype, especially when they did a partnership with DC Comics. That's also huge as well. But I feel like some storylines that she's been in has been a little bit lacking because, as I mentioned, the only legit storyline that I liked was Chris. And also this one with Anna Jay, because I saw last week, if she's there to elevate it, and she kind of didn't take Anna Jay too seriously, and I would kind of take her.
Who should?
Anna Jay?
Take her seriously.
I mean, she came back from Stardom. I've seen all of her matches when she came back.
This is a talent issue in AEW. Nobody wants to say it.
I wouldn't say talent. It's just outside of Chris, who else? I mean, talent, yes, but I really don't see it. I mean, she has improved wrestling wise the last couple months. I mean, hey, she was in a match. Anna Jay was in a match with Mariah May. And the funny part about it, she was the only person that pinned Mariah May clean. Nobody else. She was the only one. So let's see what she does next week. But I'm actually putting a bold prediction in. I know people say Anna Jay is going to win in 2025, but if AEW wants to put a lot of shocking ratings into their final episode next week, there should be a title change next week. That's my bold prediction.
Now, honey, I'm gonna let your pot keep boiling because I feel like we real close to the top flying off, and I'm not gonna help it either because let me tell you why Mercedes Moné is the greatest of all time, and she is carrying AEW right now.
Somebody take this knife out my back.
As far as the women go, let me ask you: is Mariah a better champion than Moné?
Absolutely not. No, but no. Tony is. Britt Baker is.
Tony's not champ, but Tony's not champ.
Not now.
And if we being honest, Tony did not elevate the women's division to have more women's matches until Moné came. Not only that, Moné has defended her title more than either of the WWE World Heavyweight Champions or the WWE Women's Champion. She's defended 10 times since she's had it. Now, some of the matches were a little lackluster, but again, she's put on for folks who you would not see be mentioned or have a title shot with just Mariah May being there. We would not have seen Queen Aminata get the shine she got this year. We would have not seen Chris Statlander, who was Willow's flunky, get a title shot for the TBS championship. The Britt Baker thing, that won't even count that. Not even going to count that. But as far as that women's division there, she is carrying that right now. She is making people step up, even from an Anna Jay. You see how much Anna Jay has it. Like Anna Jay got work in that ring, yes, but it has made her step up her entire character. Even that Penelope girl, you saw her. Yeah, you saw her stepping into the ring with Mercedes, and it goes based off of those that can really do a match. Chris Statlander and Sasha told a phenomenal story. Aminata and her told a phenomenal story in the ring. Those are the only times you really seeing these things. And what are we getting from Mariah May? And I'm not blaming Mariah May for it, but her fighting her best friend after she got kicked with a champagne bottle. That's it. If Toni Storm has been gone for 15 months, like it said, and that's the only thing she's been talking about, no one even mentions her title defenses. But we talk about Mercedes all the time. We sit here and debate all the time about this woman. She is the only reason. She is not. Let me not say only reason. She is a big portion as to why the women's division has stepped up in AEW. And being able to carry a brand like that, that is something that you check off as a greatest of all time. I'm sorry about what I'm finna say, because isn't that what Roman did during the pandemic era? Carried SmackDown. Carried it. Which
I'm also going to point out for the record, I was at Full Gear Live. There were some fans that were doing CEO in the stands.
Bars.
Yeah.
CEO, damn it.
Cinema.
I just want to put that in there. I mean, they were chanting CEO at Full
That's
Gear.
a new one. I don't think I ever saw that one. Did I?
You see that one?
Let me see that one again.
Cinema.
Cinema.
Oh, that's one of my favorite ones. Cinema.
That's new. I didn't see that one. I love it.
All right. It's your time. Thoughts on Mercedes Moné as 200 Days TBS champion and coining herself greatest of all time.
That's fine.
The problem is, I would be more
fine.
upset if people didn't feel like that about themselves.
I'm not going to sit here and say that she's not a GOAT. I'm not going to sit here and say that. I'd be a dummy. I would just be a hater at that point, because I've seen her work. I've seen her grow in front of my eyes as a wrestling fan watching sports entertainment and the way she's carried herself throughout wrestling. Yes, there's been a lot of times where I didn't agree, certain tantrums, certain attitudes that she had towards things, or things that she did where she walked out on a company and things like that. There's certain things that kind of stick with you a little bit. But if we were able to forgive CM Punk for leaving us for 9 years, I guess we'd have to shut up about Mercedes, because at least we could say that move she made, at least for herself, obviously, because when you do make decisions for yourself, you should be able to put yourself first and know your worth.
And to be fair, Austin did it and we didn't say nothing.
No.
Austin didn't show up to Raw to fight Brock. He just left.
Yep.
And we ain't never gave him slack for that.
Yep. Yeah. But
Just for the record, the only person I've never forgiven is Dwayne, regardless of what's happened recently. Fuck Dwayne Johnson. We love The Rock.
Whoa! We love The Rock. That's just me.
Whoa. Well, I'm gonna finish my statement on Mercedes real quick, and we can get into that. But I definitely will say that she's put herself in a great position to be able to, because we've known that she could be the face of a brand. We know that she can carry a brand. She's carried Raw, she's carried SmackDown, she's done NXT. She's been the boss. She's Sasha Banks. And then she's completely reinvented herself into this new character, and then also made way for being able to do a partnership internationally with women's wrestling, and then continue to put women on the card and to keep them as a priority on the card. I understand. And I'm not going to sit here and say that she's not a GOAT, because she definitely is. She's just not the greatest horsewoman.
Well, no, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
But as far as the Dwayne slander,
Off is the direction you can fuck.
That's the Rock, though. That's the Rock. That's not Dwayne. That's the Rock.
Final boss. That's the final boss.
It's a big difference.
Hey,
So
man,
wait,
The line is right there.
What did Dwayne do?
Dwayne gave me hits. Dwayne gave me hits.
He left the company when he was at the peak of the company to make terrible movies that have not aged well in 20 years.
Sir,
Mommy Returns is fire, and I still watch Scorpion King.
That technically ain't his. We can't count that.
Game Plan.
Tooth Fairy did not age well.
Gridiron Gang is the only one I would probably watch out of those early movies.
No, I can't say that. Faster is hard. Is fire. Faster is very underrated.
Faster's the one where he goes back to okay, that one was cool.
That way he was
but like, what was
he
it?
a hitman or
Snitch?
something.
Yeah.
Snitch
Yeah,
is terrible.
Yeah, Snitch ain't great. Snitch is not great.
Walking Tall wasn't bad.
What is it? Pain and Gain?
Pain and Gain was
Pain and
funny.
Gain was good.
That
Pain
was
and Gain was good.
hilarious. Pain and Gain was hilarious.
If you know the story too, it makes it more funny.
Dion is in the chat and he says he's MIA, but there will be no Dwayne or The Rock slander.
Yeah. Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot, that was good.
We
He had some good movies.
What was the one with Sean? What was his name?
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper
where he didn't have no leg and he jumped up and he jumped from building to building.
Oh, not that one. No, I was talking about the Rundown. The one it was early Dwayne.
It's a lot in there where you be like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Why I spend my $9.50 to watch this right now?
Yeah,
for 2 hours.
The Doom did not age me. Doom did not.
See, Dion know the Rundown. The Rundown
was
the Rundown was fire. The Rundown.
Get smart. With Steve Carell.
Yes.
We're gonna have to get a list to the discography here and just go.
He got more good hits. His hits that
his
did
later
not
ones
hit
got bad.
They just real bad, like Hercules. So it'd be like everybody got a bad movie, but it'd be like.
But Black Adam was fire though.
Black Adam was fire. I don't care what nobody says.
I wanted another Black Adam.
Black Adam was I agree. Black Adam was good. Like
Black Adam was his role. That role was literally made for him.
Yeah, I would love another Black Adam.
The first Fast and Furious that he appeared in, which I believe was 5, 6.
5, yeah, Fast 5.
Was that when they were in Brazil?
Mm-hmm. This was the first time he started.
I love that one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So he got some, but like you said though, too, when we talk about the shitty ones, it's like okay, like Rampage. I don't have a defense for Rampage. I don't have a defense. That was not great. Baywatch. I don't have a defense for Baywatch. I don't know why.
He saved the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yes, he did.
Is it saved because we keep doing the same movie over and over, though?
Listen, we know what we signed up for. They said we was gonna get 10 movies, and we agreed to it. Okay, we can't back out now. We so close.
We got one. I was fine up until 7.
I was fine up till 2, and then Tokyo Drift came out, and I was like, we should stop this.
Tokyo Drift had the greatest soundtrack, though.
Sad that's what carried that whole movie. Was the soundtrack. Because Bow Wow Show did not show up to carry that movie. He was not of any assist in that movie.
Terrible.
But we shout out to Mercedes Moné, 200 days as champion.
Yes.
But in the words of Lawrence from the Players Club, honey, I'm gonna do something to make you feel better. We just found out that Logan Paul,
bro, listen, this has been my week,
has announced he is retiring from wrestling. Simply quote, I'm a dad. I ain't doing that no more.
Okay, Heath Slater.
Yeah, I got kids now. I can't
I'm Brock Lesnar. Bye, Felicia.
I can't be hopping all over where. So he has officially announced his retirement from pro wrestling. I just want to get y'all thoughts. Courtney, we'll start with you. Thoughts on the announcement of this retirement and your thoughts on Logan Paul's contribution as a wrestler.
I'm going to give credit to Logan Paul because he did put on some matches. He did had a decent match with LA Knight. He did put on some solid rivalries while he was there. Now this whole situation, I just feel like he's given the middle finger and it's probably is going to come back in 2025. Because when I first read this story, and we always get stories similar to this, I felt like this is too good to be true. I don't think he is retiring just because he's a dad. I think there's just a lot more to this story. And also, we'll probably won't see the end of Logan Paul. And also considering he made this announcement right before Raw is going on Netflix in a couple weeks. That's an interesting thought. But, I give contribution to Logan Paul for what he does, but I don't think it's going to be the last time we ever see Logan Paul back in pro wrestling.
All right. Honey, your thoughts on this announcement from Logan Paul and your thoughts to his contribution to the ring.
As much as I have thoroughly expressed many times on this show that I can't stand this man, I will say this. When I first saw the news, I was very happy about it. And I was like, bye, Felicia. But I call bullshit. For some reason, I can't believe anything this man says to me. So I'm not going to start now. I'm going to suggest that he could possibly be just toying with us and working it up, and he'll show up at the Rumble as a surprise entrant and just piss everybody off, because that's what you really want. You know, I think in 2025, the goal for a lot of superstars, especially the heels, should be, can I get more heat than Dominic Mysterio? And we've discussed earlier this week or last week that, you know, about the whole, you know, heel heat kind of vibe and everything, or being a heel and absorbing heat from fans and how they do it well. But yeah, I think this is Logan Paul's way of doing that, because the minute we hear that, hey yo, I'm gonna be pissed.
Mayor, your thoughts?
Logan Paul, hailing from the Kim Kardashian School of Relevance. That's all this is. Just staying relevant. We ain't talked about you in a while, so we're gonna put some information out there on his podcast, by the way, his own podcast, just to stir things up a little bit. But we all know that he signed a longer contract extension. He's in the fold. I don't believe you have more power than the TKO board or brand to have an out clause in your contract when you already work limited dates. Yep. So with that being said, it's just, hey, don't forget about me. I'm still here. Funny thing, Hangman Page put out a tweet, I think yesterday, saying like he hopes the next person they give half his moveset to is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that I expect him to make it to at least the final 6 of the Royal Rumble. Just to add a little jump scare to everybody, I think he'll make it to the final 6. But also from an in-ring standpoint, it'll probably be a big year for him because he doesn't have the weight of having to carry a title. And I think we'll see those marquee matches at the Saudi shows and at least 2 of the big 4 PLEs.
For sure.
Yeah. As much as I can understand the appeal of what he's saying, and like you said, I don't fully buy it because of all of that. Because I already know tearing your quads can change a lot for you, especially becoming a dad, because you won't be able to not walk and can't do nothing with your kid. So I can understand that appeal. But we also know Logan Paul's ambition. You mean to tell me you're going to skip potentially having a match with John Cena before he retires? And you telling me you going to retire before John Cena retires?
You going to skip Mania in Vegas?
You gonna skip
SummerSlam?
You gonna skip the first 2-night SummerSlam?
I know he's not gonna skip Saudi Arabia.
So as much as I want to sit here and go, okay, yeah, you know, you've had a great run. I can believe that you would retire. But what I really believe is
you're lying.
All the way through. And
I like this.
Feed him to Goldberg. But again, that's another one. Like, you finna really miss out on all of it, especially the mic work you can have towards Goldberg.
And all the crap. And
Dion, who's really being fed in that moment? Do we think Goldberg can really keep up with Logan Paul?
No. Here's my thing. I feel like Dion really think Goldberg is still 32 years old. Like, makes me feel like he don't know Goldberg is old.
That got to be the last person you want to see in the ring with Goldberg, because he gonna look so slow.
Like,
absolutely.
Like I was like, Did you just stop watching after WCW and just didn't watch the rest? Like
he watched after the purchase. He watched after the purchase.
Like, I don't think he knows it.
Wait, he's asking though. Look, he's what do you mean?
Like,
yes, he's old. The man got a white beard.
I was sitting here like,
old. Not old, but I'm just saying
we
old.
Talking about ring
what he used to do in ring work.
I want to see it just to see what type of magical adjustment Logan has to do on a buckshot lariat to make it look realistic. I just want to see it just for that.
Yeah. But even to that point, it's like there's so many opportunities. Like wrestling is hitting its stride right now in the Triple H era and the TKO era, and it becoming like a popular trend again throughout the world. You really telling me you finna sit out of that? Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, you are a part and a contributor to that happening. I'm not finna take that away from him. But there's so many, like, God, I hate I'm finna say this. Don't leave when we actually okay with you here now.
Right.
Like we've accepted you here, and you like, oh, I retired because I got a kid.
Bitch, where the hell are you going? No, you get your ass back here and do what you were doing before, because I actually enjoyed watching you do it a little bit, even though you're annoying. That's all.
We only got 6 people at SmackDown. They need you.
I'm gonna need him to come back because me and Councilman finna wait at the door.
Oh, would you look at? Oh wait. Oh, it's no. Unfortunately.
Yo, so my first thought was that's what Bianca gonna do to Tessa when she walk in.
And okay.
We even now. You're forgiven. You're forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, like that gets played once every episode.
It has to.
But we'll see if Logan Paul sticks around, man. Or if this is him riding off into the sunset. But we're gonna get away from that BS and talk about congratulations to someone. Kinda, I think. Because I don't know how this should be taken, and I'm glad the mayor is here. So it was announced that Lola Vice was given the award for most improved at NXT 2024 year-end awards. And I'm very interested in this thoughts. So I would just rip the Band-Aid. Mayor, how do you feel about Lola Vice being awarded most improved at the NXT 2024 year-end awards?
I liken this title of this award to basketball. Every year we see most improved player from people who are just picking up their stats. So that means more TV time. I think Lola is probably top 3 in NXT matches, televised matches this year, something like that. So all those things, when you say most improved, all those things have increased since last year. So the stock is just going up. So you want to say a ring work, being on television, things like that. That's where most improved comes from. It's just you having a career year in your stats, but we're not going to say MVP yet. We're going to say most improved because you are ascending to something greater. And we all see it. We see the character work developing. We see her getting more marquee matches. We see her have her own specialty match. Those are things that weren't here last year. So I expect to see more. And think about that. I think that's not. I want to see who all votes on that. I want to know if it's just like the people who run the show or if it's voted on by your peers. That's something I would be interested in as well. But I think it's a great accolade. And Lola's the one that broke the news herself about the award. But they see her working and they're just acknowledging that her work is growing. So why would we not celebrate more growth? We coming for a title real soon. Okay. I don't know which one. It don't got to be an NXT title either. We can come for one of them.
Yeah. Special nobodies. I would have to disagree with that for Yam Yam Bigelow just because she's just starting out. You know what I'm saying? Because like Lola was also kind of part of that 2.0 era coming off the end of it before they switched up. So she's been here a minute besides Jada. Jada's just now like getting her stride. So there hasn't been nothing for her to just improve yet. But honey, your thoughts on Lola Vice winning the award for most improved on the NXT roster?
Shout outs to Lola Vice. That's good. That goes to show that there is continued growth, and it goes to show the it speaks on basically the machine of how NXT works and how they're able to keep building these superstars, into the big megastars. And she's definitely a future megastar. Shawn Michaels has done very well with her. I just think that, like Mayor said, I don't think we fully give her the whole MVP, but she's definitely most improved, because there's, with everything in life, there's always room for improvement. But I'm really happy for her, and I really like seeing how her stock is rising and where she's going with it. I just hope that we get some gold on her, validate the fact that she has been the most improved, and that she's obviously one to put herself up for a locker room leader nomination, I think, in certain aspects as well, being the experience that she's had, and not just in wrestling, but also in MMA fighting as well. But yeah, so I'm happy for Lola Vice, and I would put her in like top 3 of the highlighted from women this year. She's definitely the queen of the underground.
I forgot to say this. We know who didn't get most improved. Yeah.
Courtney, your thoughts.
We know who didn't win no awards.
What's crazy is it's multiple shots that he just shot. It wasn't mean that this could have went several ways because he didn't name the person.
Yeah, I didn't even hear it. Who we talking about?
Talking about Julia.
Oh boy.
Oh, was that?
Oh, so that shot
don't wake her up, said.
No,
don't wake her
that
up.
Shot wasn't even to you. Oh shit! I thought he was talking about Shayna Baszler at first. Yo, he made the bullet. He made the bullet. Yeah, he made the bullet ricochet and go to Cynthia. That's what I thought.
That's what I said. I'm saying it's the most improved award. We know who didn't get it with all the hype and all that. I ain't.
Courtney, your thoughts on Lola Vice? Because I know we got to start speeding.
Don't wake her up, said. Don't wake her up.
Oh man.
You'll be mad.
Anyways, kind of pivoting a bit. Since I actually joined, I started watching NXT a lot more. I have started watching Lola Vice a lot more, and she has improved a lot. I actually did enjoy her match against Jada Parker when they were at 2300, because it did show that, she's the leader of the underground. She has improved a lot, especially wrestling wise, and she is a future star in the making. And possibly I could see gold in her future for 2025. So she is there, and kudos to her.
Yes, indeed. I agree too with everybody's statement. Lola Vice definitely deserved this award. As much as she was featured, she got a women's title shot. This year, she was the face for half the time for No Mercy until they changed it, which I still think is effed up the more I think about it. Like, you went from on the poster to not on the poster. But having her own custom match, breakout star contract, like it is definitely an improvement for her. And then to just be able to see that, and then like now to being featured on a PLE for your rivalry, not tag team, no nothing. This is just you and your rival. So I think it just goes to show like how much they do believe in her, invest in her. And I think, we're going to get a lot more with her and Jada Parker. And it just looks like it's on the rise. So shout out to her. Ending the year off on a positive note. Now we're gonna kind of speed through a couple of these things. We do got to get to.
I wanted to say something about it, Jeffrey. I was gonna be like, you know what? Her last back fist, like half a second slower than usual.
Most improved back fist, not the same back fist that be knocking people out. That can't be the most improved one. I mean, what are we talking about?
I like, why would y'all give the mayor this ammunition? Like, why?
Well,
Why?
we want to glorify Julie and the beautiful midness. That's what we want to glorify.
So SmackDown is tonight. And we got some barn burners going on. Carmelo Hayes will be taking on a mystery opponent tonight on SmackDown as well. We have the final face-to-face confrontation between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens before they battle for the WWE Championship at Saturday night's main event. We also have the semifinals for the U.S. Women's Championship. Bailey will be taking on Chelsea Green, and we have Mia Yim taking on my client Tiffany Stratton. Now, quickly between the three of y'all, I want to know, who do you think the mystery opponent for Carmelo Hayes is going to be? Courtney, who's your pick?
This is kind of left field, but I'm gonna go with Shinsuke Nakamura as his mystery opponent.
Okay. Honey, who is your pick?
Just for shits and giggles, I think I'm gonna say Jacob Fatu.
Okay. Mayor, who do you have Carmelo as the mystery opponent?
It's tough because the verbiage is like very weird. They're saying it's the new superstar. It's a SmackDown. So it makes you think, is it a new superstar overall, where people are like losing their minds like Penta, and it's not that. Or it's just like this transfer portal thing we're doing. And if it's transfer portal, I think it'll be a Raw superstar. And I can't think of anybody on Raw that needs to make the jump bad right now. You know what? Just because I see this man losing in a couple weeks, I'm going to say it's Trick Williams.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I can see that. We all know my pick.
Joe Hendry.
Saying his name so he can appear. Because I believe. Can you imagine the pop before Saturday night main event and they hear that? Say it's Come on now. That's my pick. Now I want to know quickly, too, who advances to the finals of the U.S. Championship? Bailey or Chelsea? Quick pick, Courtney. Who are you going with?
Chelsea Green. I want to see her and Matt Cardona get some belt.
Honey, your pick.
I love you, Bailey, but let's go Chelsea Green.
All right. Mayor, your thoughts?
I don't trust them to like coordinate a new actual title holder on both brands. So I think Bailey wins.
Okay. I'm sticking with Chelsea. Chelsea's red hot right now. I think it would be smart to allow the mid card to go to someone new and let both of them shape out like that. So I'm going with Chelsea. Now quickly on the second one, Mia Yim versus Tiffany Stratton. Mayor, who do you have? Mia Yim, Tiffany Stratton.
Tiff, because I think they're telling a different story there.
Honey?
I want to say Mia Yim because she deserves it. And she's been working, but I don't know how you don't put Tiffy in the finals. And I feel like her versus Chelsea Green would be pretty fun.
Yeah. Courtney, your pick.
Oh, this is a tough one because Mia Yim put a lot of work in this year, especially when she had the dumpster match with Chelsea. But I can't go against Princess Money in the Bank, so I'm going with Miss Tiffy.
He's not wrong. Dylan's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Of course, you already know who I'm finna go with. My client said that Tiffy 2 belt sounds very nice. So if that's what Tiffy wants, that's what I guess Tiffy's
gonna
get.
A little unoriginal.
I'm gonna let that slide because you felt like because of the whole Mercedes Monet thing.
It was more so the Bret Hart thing, not the Mercedes thing.
Because I was about to throw a Zelina comment out. I was like, "We're not doing this.
We're not doing this.
We're not doing this." So I'm like, "Wait a minute. I'm like, wait a minute.
No,
What we not gonna do? What we not gonna do?
I was
We
just
not-
joshing.
We are not gonna act like Fraxium right now. That is not.
No, but you know,
not gonna act like that.
or are we? Because it could be a work, and everybody else might not know. Like maybe this was something that we talked about before.
Well, then that's a DIY thing we could be running. Yes. I'll
That's more like that's more our tag team style. I think DIY.
Yeah. So we'll see who's gonna win from there. So now a couple other stories, just because I do want to get into the predictions. So I'm gonna go pretty quickly with these. Dark Side of the Ring, the documentary of Ice is coming back with a season 6. If you are not familiar with Dark Side of the Ring, the name explains it best. It is showing you some of the darker stories that happen within the wrestling industry, some that you know about but may not know the full story as well. You get here, and they have announced season 6, and it has also been confirmed that Mark Henry will be working on an episode to highlight Tony Atlas for season 6. So we are going to get Tony Atlas Dark Side of the Ring episode 6. So shout out to Dark Side of the Ring. I know it's going to be something incredible. More news in the wrestling industry. Charlotte's return to WWE is imminent, and they say it is as early as tomorrow for Saturday night's main event. So I just want to get a quick prediction. Does she show up Saturday? Courtney, yes or no?
I'm actually going to say no. I have a feeling she may pop up on SmackDown before the end of 2024.
Okay. Honey, your thoughts?
I mean, why not have Charlotte Flair come at Saturday night main event? Why not? I would be for it. I mean, you wouldn't. If you want to talk about the nostalgia, you can't have a Saturday night main event without a Flair.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, that's
you
true.
know the Rolex wearing. You know, even though she's the daughter version, but still, I would have put it past her. She's been gone pretty much the whole year, and she's ready to go. I've heard that she's ready to go. I'm just waiting for the queen to come back. I'm here for the queen's return.
All right, Cedric, your thoughts?
This is I missed the conversation earlier, but I was listening. This is my late entry for worst spear in wrestling.
I forgot she do it too. I actually forgot she does a spear. Oh my god!
But
I forgot all about that.
When you say imminent, people think she's close to in ring, and I still caution against the injury that she had. That we got to take our time now. Now, if she makes an appearance, I can see her showing her face around different quarters of programming, whether it be SmackDown, Raw. I think with her, the best thing to do right now is the whole free agent thing. Like, who's going to get Charlotte Flair's services? And I want to see a different Charlotte Flair. I don't want to see her chasing gold. I want to see people chasing Charlotte. I want to see people like, hey, yo, I want to take a shot at you.
I remember that run she had with that. Hey, that was a good run when she was doing that before, like when they weren't letting her do it, and she was just outworking everybody, making everybody tap out.
Everybody in there.
Yeah, that was a solid run. That was a good run.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. I would. I'm gonna go with I'd like an appearance right after Liv's match. Like just an appearance, nothing.
A little face off, nice little face off at the very end.
I think that would be something really dope. I think that would do something really well outside of like going for a Nia Jax or something like that. Because like you said, it keeps us on our toes as to where is she or where is she gonna go. And I think it makes the trade portal a lot more interesting.
Yes.
With so we shall see. So now I know
y'all see them double knee braces that what's her name be rocking underneath the spandex. I can't think of her damn name right now. Nikita Lyons, Charlotte, let's sit your ass down. Some thick ass knee braces, some Forrest Gump knee braces.
You definitely don't be wearing them heels out there. You need to start coming in flats for the next like 6 months. Do not be coming in the stiletto.
Kick ass boots.
Yeah,
kick ass boots.
Let's take it easy there. But I know we're coming up on, we're about like 33 minutes before Friday Night SmackDown, and I know the watch along is coming with Honey, so I want to kind of get through this with the predictions. But we got a little bit of news. Of course, Saturday night main event is tomorrow with a special start time. There will be a watch along and a pre-show. Can't confirm who's on what, but we do know that we will be having a watch along and a post show. Now, before we get into our predictions, just a couple of new things from the news. We found out that due to Bronson Reed's injury, that a couple of stories were derailed for Saturday night's main event. It was actually supposed to be Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins as Saturday night's main event, but due to him messing up his ankle, and it is suspected that he will not return until June of 2025 due to the complexity of the injury. It forced them to actually speed up Drew McIntyre's return, which is why we get the Sammy versus Drew. So hopefully that answers why he came back so quickly. Why was he there so fast? Is because they did have to pivot from Bronson Reed. But we're wishing him a speedy recovery and a successful recovery, and we can't wait to see the Tsunami State founder back into the ring. Now we also have found out
the big back community. It's a big.
It was also supposed to be a steel cage match. They announced that early. Yeah. We could have got Tsunami off the steel cage. Back
Seth would have took it. I'm just saying. Seth
would on a table too.
Seth would have stayed on that table and took that. But I'm just saying. We also learned that we got quite a few WWE legends returning to Saturday main event. It has been confirmed that we're going to have Jimmy Hart, Ted DiBiase, of course, $1 Million Man, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Coco Beware, and Tito Santana will all be making appearances in Saturday night's main event. So we already know also too, Jesse Ventura is also going to make an appearance, and I believe do commentary. So it's shaping up to be that mixture between the new age and giving us that retro feel. So it's just making us look more forward, I think, to Saturday night main event. Now, let's go ahead and talk about it. Supposedly, they're still going full retro force to the point where it is rumored that Cody Rhodes will be walking out with the winged-tipped WWE Championship, one night only, for Saturday night's main event. That is supposed to be the rumor that is going on after the video dropped with him and Triple H. It is supposed to be he will be donning for one night only the Wing Championship. Now, I want to know from y'all, is this true, or are we doing too much and they have something else in mind? Courtney, your thoughts?
Oh, well, we did see the video of Triple H giving Cody something, but we don't know what it is. So I do. And plus, this is Saturday night's main event, and they want to go nostalgia and retro. I would be okay with this belt if they came back for one night only. Or unless they kind of pivot and bring something else back. But I don't see why not, since it's kind of fitting the theme of Saturday night's main event. So I believe this could make a special appearance. I don't see why not for tomorrow.
Man, I'll tell you what that was. That was a suitcase, and that was a suitcase that you could get when you purchase replicas of these championships as such. And I know a belt case when I see it. And I know that polka dots.
Hey, Cody, come out there wearing polka dots. So, hey.
Oh my God.
That'd be wild.
Dion says it's his Stardust suit. That would be funny. That would be funny. But it has to be the Wings belt. It has to be the Wing belt. There's no other possibility of what it could be, as far as I'm concerned. But that was a belt case, and this belt is in it. And if they do this, man, our age is showing, bro. I don't care, and I love it. I love it here. I freaking love it here.
All right, Cedric, your thoughts?
I now hope and pray that it's the polka dot singlet. That I'm jumping right back on the Cody train if it's the polka dot singlet. But
This singlet.
Not for nothing. Did anybody also think of Goldmember when he opened the suitcase and the gold came out? Anybody think of Austin Powers? I thought of that solid gold.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought of Pulp Fiction. I thought of Pulp Fiction.
Am I the only person that sees this belt and immediately thinks Hitman? Like that's just me. I think Bret Hart. So in that regard, I hope they do it, and I hope the Canadian wins. That'd be a great story if they do something like that.
Yeah, especially that'd be dope. My only thing is, if you coming out with this one, Gunther should come out with this one. I'm just saying, if he get to come out with the wing belt, let him come out with the 1987 World Heavyweight Championship belt for this match. I'm just saying, like, if we sitting here going retro with it, let's really go retro. But that's just me. That's just me.
Real quick. What's just your opinion, strictly opinion. No wrong answer. Even you guys in the chat. What's the best belt? The Wings belt or Big Gold?
Big Gold.
Big Gold.
What? Yeah, thank you, Ced. Ced is hesitant. He's a little torn. I can't even pick one.
Yeah.
There's so many renditions of Big Gold. That's why you kind of messed that up, because you know how many renditions of, because which Big Gold
just first Big Gold. First
that's the hardest one. To me, that was the hardest one.
And this one.
They declined the more they came off. Like, I think
man, I don't know. As a kid, this Winged Eagle belt, it was so dope, bro. Like I might have to go with the Eagle belt.
I'm sorry.
Especially a white leather one.
Yeah.
Especially a white leather Winged Eagle.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Big Gold was my favorite when Hogan spray painted it.
I'm about to say another hot take. I think this belt is ass. I've held this belt in real life, and it does not look great. Does not look great. And the only person I can think of, this belt looks silly on everybody but Bret. It looks silly on Yokozuna. It looks silly on Undertaker, Macho Man. Bret was the only one that made this belt look good. Even on Shawn Michaels. You didn't even know you had. I can't believe you're gonna sit here and give that. I'm sorry.
The only compliment for Bret that you've ever given was the fact that this belt looked good on him.
You're the only one made that belt look good. I'm sorry. It's just him. Everybody else.
Shawn didn't look good with the belt.
No,
Shawn looked great with this belt.
He had so much stuff on. It just blended with the fit. It didn't stand out.
Shawn looked great with this belt, but he did technically kind of look better with the Intercontinental white belt.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yo, Bret, the only one made this belt look good. They tried to get us to Austin. Austin was like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade this.
He made the belt look good. Damn it."
He did. I will say, like, that's why you say you think of Bret.
I'm gonna find a Bret. I need to find a Bret clip to upload.
But also, too, again, I've seen it in person.
Will go.
They don't look like that. Like how you seeing this picture is altered. Like they're not as detailed. I've seen the world belt like this one, and I'm like, okay, this is that. I was like, y'all just like eagle wings. That's all that is. You just like eagle wings.
That's possible. I won't deny that.
Yeah, you don't like eagle wings. So, but I was like, this Bret Hart, the only one. When Yokozuna had it, it looked like when Big Show had the ECW championship. Like, yo,
my God,
get that man a bigger belt, man. What are y'all doing? Why y'all got him with that small ass belt?
R.I.P. Rodney NOI.
It looked like a real belt. Like, why I'll do that to that man? But I don't. I think too, like how you said, with a white strap, I think it's gonna look incredible on Cody if he comes out with it. But if you ask me between that and Big Goldie, you lucky I don't have Goldie back here right now. I
got Goldie right here. I got Big Gold right here. I have it right up here. But I get it.
Do you have the winged belt up there as well?
I don't have the wing belt yet. First of all, the Big Gold I had gotten for Pachu, so technically that's Pachu's belt. So
H.L. Berry?
We are.
That's
Well,
the family belt. That's the
I
family
bought,
belt.
I bought that for him. I brought that for him though for Christmas because that was his favorite title when Hogan had it in the NWO.
And yet you didn't buy the wing one for yourself, but you got the women's Raw tag one up there. Interesting.
No,
Very
that's
interesting.
that's not a Raw tag. That's just the women's Raw.
I mean, women's. I'm sorry. Yes, I meant to say Raw Women's Championship, but it's okay. Again, y'all just like Eagle Wings. You don't like that belt. It's okay. It's okay.
I do love this belt.
You love Eagles. Yes.
This belt is history. This belt is lineage.
Yes, because it's attached to Bret Hart. The best thing about his whole run.
Well,
I've never seen someone make a title that didn't look great work.
Will Goldberg is coming on now, and I don't like it. I don't fucking like it.
I'm just saying, did nobody look good with this belt but Bret? That's all I'm saying. But man, we got to give you time to get ready for your watch along, and we still got to predict these matches. Luckily, it's just 5, so it's not like we are in AEW one with 67 matches. So, Macho Man. First of all, cousin Ron, don't nothing top Macho Man with the Intercontinental Championship, holding it like a briefcase. Cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, no, nothing beat him having that folded and cup like this. Briefcase. That was it. That was it. The best time that belt looked good on Macho is when Elizabeth was holding it and he was holding her on his shoulders. That's when that looked great. Any other time, Intercontinental. Cup of coffee, yeah. Yeah, in the big time. All right. Saturday night main event. I put up the bullshit match first. Only Drew McIntyre. For some strange, odd reason, he got Claymore, and some reason this made Saturday night main event and not the other rivalries going on in Raw. Somehow this one shot up. So predictions. Who's winning this match? The returning Drew McIntyre, or does Mick Foley Jr. overcome all the odds and defeat the Celtic Warrior? Mayor, let's go with you. Who you got?
Celtic Warrior.
I'm sorry. Scottish.
The councilman is completely checked out of this match.
Hey, you know what? I was about to have a Tessa Blanchard moment. I was going to say they all the same people. I'm like, oop, let me not get canceled like her. Let me not get canceled like her.
If anything, he completely just morphed them both, basically.
Yeah,
as much as I want Sammy to win and like have some back and forth because Drew just came out of nowhere and just started this beef. Drew, I guess, had a moment this week, had a very viral moment on Busted Open Radio. So I think that they're trying to tell Drew tell another Drew story that away from the title picture, which is probably good for his character coming off the CM Punk loss. So I'll say Drew wins. I don't think clean though.
Okay. Honey, your prediction on this match?
Yeah, I'm going with DM Hunk on this one, Mr. Drew McIntyre. I feel like Sammy's just gotten himself so involved with the bloodline story that he's losing sight of what else is happening around him. And I think there's going to be some bad times for Sammy in his future. And I think that starts with Drew McIntyre.
And Sammy going to be heartbroken leading into this match. He going to run into Kevin on the show. So all you New Day crybabies that's worried about that, this going to hit worse when Kevin give him some truth.
No, it's just good. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be fight forever all over again. Give it to us again.
I don't think Kevin's going to want to fight him. I think Kevin's going to be legit done.
Yeah.
Legit like, hey, our kids can't play together no more.
I don't even think Kevin going to say nothing to him. I think Kevin going to legit just look at him and walk. Like, I think he really, like how you say, he going to be just that done. Like, I don't have nothing to say to you. You of all people should know. I don't have nothing to say to you. But honey, did you say your pick? Who you going with?
Drew.
Okay. Courtney, who you going with?
I'm gonna have to go with Drew McIntyre in this one, since this is his first match back since Hell in a Cell. And plus, with Sammy, with everything from the bloodline and after Survivor Series, and then, of course, getting Jay attacked a week ago, this is going to be interesting. And also, like I said, this is Drew's first match back. And also, I want to continue his momentum going in. And plus, like you said, I would not be shocked if Sammy did see Kevin Owens backstage and really gave him a little bit of a hard truth. So I'm going with Drew McIntyre.
I don't care. I don't.
I was waiting for it.
Yep.
I was waiting for it.
I don't see it going nowhere. I don't want it to go nowhere. I do not like Sami Zayn in my PLE at all. I was trying to rhyme it like Dr. Seuss and I lost it, but
I do not want you in my PLE. I do not like you in WWE.
Right.
Sami Zayn. Even in the rain, you are a pain. Yeah, I don't care. I just let this be a one-off and be done with it, because that's what this feels like. I hope this does not lead into some bitter rivalry between the two of them. Like, I'd rather Drew McIntyre go back messing with Jey Uso again. Like, no, this could have been something for this could have been the rematch with Shinsuke and LA Knight instead of this. But this is what we got. So we'll see. The big daddy. The big daddy.
So not excited.
Triple threat match. The world champion Gunther taking on Finn, who can't carry a match by himself. So they made it a triple threat and put Damian in it this time. Who comes out?
Who can't carry a match by himself?
You see, it's a triple threat now, right?
No, but you said who can't catch?
Look, it's not my fault. Finn and Gunther didn't hit ticket sales. I'm sorry that wasn't the thing that the folks wanted. I'm sorry. Like, we love you. You know what Finn you love. That ain't that Finn right there.
No, I know that.
No, that's a street rat. You keep calling this a street rat Finn versus and El Capione. After the smoke clears and the coup de grace, the South of Heavens, and the Symphony of Pains are thrown, who's walking out as the world heavyweight champion? Honey, who you got?
Gunter, the ring general Gunter.
All right. Courtney, your thought.
We are yo.
All right, let her have it. Let her have it.
We are so clipping that. We are clipping that. Dylan, please clip that.
That's the clip. The Saturday Night Main Event, that's the clip right there.
Oh, man.
I can't tell you guys how many times I've popped Patrick doing that every time. Like he'll be on Monday night watching football in the living room. I'll be here watching Monday night. Gunther comes out and all he hears is me saying that all the way from the other room. Sorry, yeah. I love it.
That's the question I had, Jeffrey. Now, how long?
It's the fact that it was so silent for you to get that off. So like nobody expected that.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time here, and I never do it. So I'm just like, my shades of my personality are coming out. It's gonna be a new year, new me. Who this?
Hey man, that's great. That was great. I'm glad you did that.
I can't wait to see that clip either.
You gotta clip that, Dylan. Courtney, your pick.
Oh God, I gotta go with the ring general Gunther. Thinking Gunther.
It says in tears. Me too.
Oh man, we can move to. I got Gunther. I don't got nothing to say. I got Gunther.
I'm going. After that, how can you not go with Gunther?
Yeah.
We don't have Samantha no more to do loot with Kaiser, but we got her to bring it off. So I will take that. All right, it's unanimous for Gunther. Now we're moving to the women's world heavyweight championship. Morgan taking on the genius of the sky, Io Sky. Who walks out?
Well, because you lose it, you never win.
Oh boy!
That stuff is.
Yeah!
I know Cindio's hyped for this match.
Courtney, your pick. Who's winning?
There's going to be a lot of shenanigans in this match. You have Raquel Rodriguez, you got Damage Control, and then, of course, somewhere you have Rhea Ripley roaming around. But I'm making a bold prediction. I'm going with Miss Genius of the Sky, Io Sky.
Okay. Mayor, your pick for this match.
So I think you got to do a title change at this PLE, and if Cody's gonna have the polka dots and everything, I don't know if they actually take the title from him. So I'm gonna say Io, because I think we really forget that Io's in that next tier of talent. When you look at the Rheas and Biancas, like Io is right there too. And I think they're trying to remind people of that. And then there's other storylines you can tell if Io does win the championship, and whenever Asuka returns, you can do that match too. But Rhea and Liv, I think we all know, does not need a title for it to be prevalent. So I think it's time for Liv to drop. She's on top of the world with Judgment Day. She is one of the biggest merch movers. She's made her claim to being in the main event. But with Io, we got to remember what she can do, because she was on the losing end of that whole Damage Control thing with Bayley, which did nothing for Bayley, by the way. But yeah, Io Sky becomes new champ tomorrow.
All right, honey, your pick.
I would have to agree that this is the title that changes tomorrow night. I think this is it. I think this is where Io Sky walks out victorious, Liv is defeated, and that's where we see the queen finding her exactly where she left her.
You know, I thought I was the only one that indulged in the cannabis, because y'all all sound very high right now. If you think Io is about to beat Liv Morgan,
bro,
okay, that's one match.
But the year
That's one match.
Io's had lots of wins throughout this year
as a tag team.
But
Io pinned Bianca.
That's what I'm saying. She pinned Bianca.
Io pinned Bianca.
Clean. No.
And what I'm saying, the whole Rhea stuff throws this into whack, because Rhea can cost Liv the title, thus escalating their beef.
So that's why Io doesn't win. No one is. This is going to end the disqualification, because you also have Raquel out there. And you also have Judgment Day. So that means Daddy Dom is going to be out there. So this is going to end in disqualification. I think Io is going to pick up the win, but the title won't change. And now I do want to change, because like y'all said, a title does need to change. And it's going to be this one. I really think Finn's going to win this. I really believe if there's any title that makes sense changing, Finn taking this title makes the most sense, especially with him now talking about bet on me for the Judgment Day. Having that title solidifies that. And now you got both world titles in Judgment Day again as the new stuff. Do you know how much that they're finna push that?
I just don't like that for Gunther after all the dominance we've seen. Now we made him like some rich punk. Like that's what we've done.
Yeah, right. So I still think Gunther retains.
I'm just saying, I think Io loses by disqualification and Liv holds on to her title. Yeah, and then especially after losing the Seth for the title, like.
But the only way we're gonna get Finn the way we want Finn, the Judgment Day has to get rid of him first. They have to lose those tag titles.
But see that, but yeah, that's true. But also, you want to do the same thing Damian did, because.
But you also have the chemistry of what's going on with Liv and them, because you see how Finn's saying, we got to do this, and they're just yesing him to death. They're like, oh, any advice for us? Like they're being real smart ass with him, you know? They're about to turn the tide on him.
That's how the split starts, though, right there, because now you got two champions and these group of people on this side. I'm telling you, both of them titles going to the Judgment Day, and that's what's going to cause the breakup between them. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about storytelling.
I agree to a certain extent what you think, but I just don't think it's going to be a breakup. I think it's going to be they all kick Finn out. because
I think
they're
it's
tired
I
of his
think it's
shit.
gonna split. I think Liv, Rhea, Liv, Raquel, and Dominic are gonna go their way, and then JD, Carlito, and Finn are gonna go their way.
I don't. Why is
I'm just saying,
Carlito still there, bro? Like, it's not even
Yeah.
his fault. It's not even his fault. I'm not even
Why
gonna blame
he's still there?
Carlito.
All right,
I'm not gonna blame. I'm not
we only,
gonna do that.
we only got 7 minutes till you gotta
Right,
go live.
right.
The
I'm not gonna do
main,
that.
Oh boy.
the main event, Cody
If you want to
Rhodes.
see me go on a tangent, join me in the next 7 minutes or so.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens. Who's walking out Saturday night main event as the champion? Courtney, let's start with you.
As much as Kevin Owens has had an incredible run in this storyline so far, Cody has to retain. He has to retain.
All right, honey.
Everything that's happened up until now is Cody's fault.
It's
And
true.
I know Kevin has a point. Kevin was not wrong on certain occasions. But I'm gonna continue to say this every time I have to deal with picking Cody for his matchups. Okay, I didn't come this far to lose my main event from last year just to come this far. So you crybabies better have your boy win this title. That's it.
Mayor.
The stats and the numbers say otherwise, but I mean, Kevin done got his ass whooped so much these past like 4 or 5 years, and it's like the only thing he has to show for it is the tag team title reign he got. Kevin deserves to win this match, if for anything else, to add layers to this part of Cody's story. I wouldn't mind Kevin winning it and then Cody winning it back to do something. I'm going to pick against my gut here and say Kevin wins and spoils everything and all this nostalgia just because he needs to.
I'm finna make y'all upset again. Kevin Owens wins, loses it at Elimination Chamber to Randy Orton, and then it's Orton versus Cody at WrestleMania. Because I heard we may not be getting The Rock in Vegas.
Where's Elimination Chambers in Canada?
Yep,
Mhm.
Toronto.
Imagine sucking the room. What it is?
Yeah, Toronto.
Ah!
I'm in trouble, y'all. The producer from the future is hard at work today. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Make sure we have it uploaded because I'm definitely probably gonna want to use that throughout the show today.
But yeah, I think Kevin Owens takes it too. I think Kevin.
I heard it. I can't wait to see this.
We gotta have it when the intro starting.
Oh god.
As soon as he come out, and it just gotta be our scene. But we shall see, man. Saturday night main event. It is definitely tomorrow. Starts at 5.
I just can't believe this is happening right now. Saturday night main event. Like we're here already, man.
We are
Crazy.
here already. And like I said, we will have a watch along and a post show. Again, don't know what panelists are going to be there, but you can come watch along, join the post show for tomorrow. It starts at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5 dope matches where Kevin Owens is going to walk out champion. So he's going to suck the room. He's going to suck everything out that room. They're going to be like,
it's gonna
they're in
like a streak.
and they're in New York. So
Yeah.
New York.
Long Island, New York.
it's the perfect time for him to lose it, and it don't hurt Cody. Because that chase back to it, to the WrestleMania picture, going to say a lot.
It hurts me
Right.
though. Because I still don't get my main event. I still got robbed. So
I mean, you know, hey.
yo, you cry, babies. I'm talking to all of you in there. Wherever you are. And I know you're not necessarily a cry baby. I'm not gonna do that with you. You're my brother Dion, but your boy better win tomorrow night. That's all I know.
All I know is Bret Hart made that wing belt relevant outside of everybody else. Outside of it, that belt wasn't hitting. We just like Eagles. That's it. It's a part of it.
We
It's a
just
part
like
of it.
Eagles.
That's it. American. What's the American bird? That's why we were fed that. That's why.
Yeah.
Wings, gold, wrestling. Slap it together.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, that's such good shit.
And there it is. But ladies and gentlemen, let's again 3 minutes before SmackDown starts. Quickly going around. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Mike, King Mike Hall, Jeffrey, Boza, Cindil, Ronell, Antoine Phillips. If I missed you, again, I do apologize. Just a special little nobodies. Steve Chambers, thank each and every one of y'all. Pachu, thank all of y'all for jumping in the comments today. Y'all had the comments jumping. Always on the Friday. It's always so good to have y'all here. Before we get out, quickly, we're going to let people know where you can follow them and support them. I'm gonna let Honey go first, just so she can hop out and get ready for her watch along first. So, Honey, please let them know where they can find you.
You guys can find me in the next couple minutes in the next room because we are going to be doing our Honey Night SmackDown watch along, which I'm so happy we're able to do because I wanted to do one. I wasn't sure if I was going to be needed in the honey pot, but I am not. So I am chilling and like a villain. And we're going to be chopping it up for the next 2 hours. So follow me on all things Wrestling with Honey on all the socials, Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube, as well as all, part of the crew Monday, Wednesday, Friday with Women's Wrestling Talk.
Yes, indeed. Courtney, where can they follow and support you?
They can always find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on WWT Live. You already know every Wednesday you can always come down to either Storm Zero Central to AEW Dynamite. Wednesday, it's a holiday bash, so I may be dressing festive for the holidays. So you have to tune in on that. Tomorrow, it's Saturday Night's Main Event. I will be doing a watch along. I don't know who else from the panel will be joining tomorrow, but it's going to be fun because we're going back to the 80s. So I'm very excited to do a watch along tomorrow. You can always follow me on Twitter and Instagram on @CourtneyNJ11 because I've been in the lab doing a lot of things in the coming weeks and also getting ready for 2025.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Mayor, how can they follow and support you?
You don't got to follow me. I ain't doing nothing. I don't need your support. I just need to turn this up.
Gunter, the ring general Gunter.
That's all I got. I'll be where I be.
So good. So good. Wait, so
Gunter,
nice. The ring general Gunter. It said doesn't want to be found, but technically, if y'all been listening for the last few months, you know exactly where to find him. You know exactly where to find him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah, actually, let me.
That's about to pound the streets.
This is. God damn it!
You're like, I'm gonna use that. I promise you.
He stayed.
If I can be
He
serious
stays
for a moment, I'll be
into it.
doing some charitable work tomorrow with Michael's Learning Place, based out of Redondo Beach and Hawthorne,
Nice.
California. Tomorrow morning, we're doing a 5K. Call it the Santa Stroll. We are supporting young adults and adults with learning and developmental disabilities. So we'll be raising money for them, doing a 5K. I'll be hosting the event. If you're in the Southern California area, Hermosa Beach, we'll be out there at 7 a.m. That's where you can find me tomorrow.
That's what's
Yes,
up,
indeed.
said.
That's what's up, Mayor.
See, he don't be just wilding in these streets. He helped for the kids, you know?
Yes, he is.
For the kids.
Yes. And you can find me at
You raggedy bitch.
on all on my YouTube.
Oh man.
You can find me there. just giving it to people straight. You know what I'm saying?
So
Because they know what they have to make.
I am so done.
Oh man! So shout out to everybody, man. Thank y'all for checking out this evening's of WWT Live, and we are always the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.